And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, in today's video, of course, we are going to be discussing the sensational boost that Rangers are set to receive. Very, very exciting news on that front. We're going to be discussing the fallout from the weekend, as I said, the Scottish football conspiracy theorists are out after we received 2 penalties, usually is the case. And then I'm also going to be discussing a bit about the January transfer window. No concrete transfer news, but something that I believe the club should try and do ahead of it. So yeah, quite a few bits and pieces to discuss. But let's start with the fallout from the weekend. Of course, Rangers winning or drawing or winning the game, but managing to find an equaliser in the 90th minute, then finding the winner in the 94th minute. 2 really, really late goals to seal all 3 points for us when we hadn't been at our best. Now, as I said, throughout the game, we had those problems. We discussed that in today's earlier video. We discussed that in the live match reaction. So I'm not really going to sit here and dissect the game anymore. But obviously, there is improvements that we do need to make going forward. Obviously, 2 main talking points from the match. Of course, we did get 2 penalties, one on the brink of half-time, and then one, of course, right at the end in the 90th minute, where James Tavernier actually did managed to convert it. Now, since then, of course, Stephen Naismith, Hearts fans, Celtic fans, everybody in Scottish football has been coming out with the conspiracy theories, stating that these weren't penalties, and we were given penalties to win this match. I seriously don't understand where these conspiracy theorists come from. We got 2 blatant penalties. Both of them were actually penalties. They're serious penalties, and there's absolutely zero agenda there. If people think there's an agenda for Rangers, then how come we've not won? How come we've only won 2 trophies over the last sort of 12 years? If there was an agenda for us to win games, I don't understand that. But obviously the fallout from that, the other side of the city, supporters are complaining, stating it's a corrupt world out there, and that we're sort of, all the refs in the VAR room are Masons, and you know, all the rest of that sort of stuff that you usually hear, because it's so interesting to see. And then Stephen Naismith, the little rat, constantly having a go as well, stating that the shirt pull was irrelevant. Stevie needs to cheer up, man. It's a blatant penalty, and if he stopped time wasting, he probably wouldn't have got to that stage where we would have been giving a penalty anyway. So I'm not having all these conspiracy theories. I think it's pretty childish from both Hearts supporters and Celtic supporters. A game that they weren't involved in, and a game that was involved. It was on Rangers TV, by the way. It was on Sky Sports. So a lot of them had a subscription and a Surfshark VPN probably to watch the match. So very, very interesting there. Paid for the game to see Rangers beat Hearts right at the end. Now, going into the main the topic of today's video, of course, Rangers been handed a massive boost. As I said, a sensational one as well, as there has been a report stating that Tom Lawrence is pushing for a Rangers return and is looking to try and be involved in the game against Dundee midweek, and of course the Cup semi-final. As I said, the midfielder has currently been sidelined for over a month now, after he did make that return against Real Betis after being out for pretty much a year. However, picked up a bit of a setback in that game. However, good news is that it looks like he is going to be returning to the fold imminently, which is very, very exciting stuff. I do think Tom is a player that can offer us a lot, especially in the position that he plays as well. Simply, you know, when he came in last summer before his sort of long-term injury, I thought he was probably our signing of the summer. He didn't really get to showcase it for a lot of the time. However, certainly made us a better side and certainly put in really, really decent performances during his first sort of 2 months at the football club. Obviously then got that layoff, came back, and again came back into the team, and I feel like he impacted us in a positive way as well. So that was really, really cool to see. But as I said, reports are stating that he is pushing for a return to competitive action, as he has stepped up to full training at the Rangers training centre. And as it's claimed, he is claimed as well, he could be set to make a return to the matchday squad for Rangers' upcoming fixtures between Dundee on Wednesday before facing Hearts in the VA Play Cup semi-final on Sunday. So yeah, pretty positive news on that regard. That's hopefully he can put these injuries behind him. Fun fact for you, before he actually joined Rangers, he didn't actually have any long-term injuries. We kind of just have this weird curse at the club at the moment where players that haven't been injured before just constantly get injured. If you see Felipe Lander, he's left now and he's constantly playing week in and week out, even for Sweden. So that explains it. But as I said, hopefully he can put those injuries behind him. and really step up and make an impact within this team. There's plenty of games to play, and there's plenty of opportunity for him to showcase what he's got between now and the end of the season. Now, January transfer window, guys. I'm going to be discussing a bit about the January transfer window, and I know we're still a little way away. In fact, November, you really 2 months away. But something I spoke about in today's video in regards to Dessers and Lammers, I don't think they're good enough going forward for our football club. I've been very vocal on it. I don't think they're going to come good. I've got hope with regards to Danilo. Got hope with regards to Lovelace, and I've got no hope for Roof. I think Roof's a great striker. He's probably our best finisher, but you can't hang your hat on him to stay fit for a full campaign. But going into the January transfer window, I think we do need to make a striking addition. And I was vocal on my live stream yesterday, and I stated that we do need to make this move for Lawrence Shankland. And I said so many times, people were very snobby towards Scottish strikers and buying players from the Scottish Premiership, but the player is scoring. The boy is scoring week in and week out for Hearts. And with a better team, with better service, better all the rest of it, he knows where the ball, he can find he can put the ball into the back of the net. And that's something that we're kind of lacking in the opening part of the season, especially with our attacking options. I think Lawrence should be a main priority for us this January. I don't think it will cost that much, 2, 3, maybe £4 million. But for a club like us, I think we should be going all out for that player. I think we really should. I think that's an addition I'd like to see us make the January transfer window. And I think he can make a serious impact beyond the transfer window going into the final few months of the season. I think that's something we should be trying to get started and get done now, get early and get sorted, because I really don't believe Dessers is ever going to come good, and I seriously don't think Lammers is ever going to come good. So I think they are kind of duds. I'm kind of put them into the same bracket as Cedric Itten, as I stated earlier on today's video. I'm not going to ramble on, but we just don't look good as an actual team itself playing with those two. It's just how it is. We just don't look like a cohesive unit. There's no squad chemistry, and as I said, there's memes kind of going around on Twitter as well in the fallout of the game, just showcasing that as soon as those two players were off, we go and score 2 goals. Or when a player gets subbed off, or even one of them gets subbed off, we play as a better side. So something maybe just to keep an eye on, but certainly in January, if we want to look for an addition that's going to score us goals domestically, I think we should be looking no further than Lawrence Shankland. Seriously, I think he would be a welcomed addition. I think he's currently their captain. He's a Rangers fan as well, by the way. So someone who's scoring lots and lots of goals, also scored the opening goal for them at Ibrox yesterday. So I think we should be going all out for it, and as I said, hopefully we've got a plan in place to maybe bring him to the football club. But Rangers fans, what do you make of the fallout after the win yesterday? What do you make of Tom Lawrence's return? Do you think he can make an impact? And what do you make of my claim with regards to Lawrence Shankland? Should we be going all out for him? Yes or no? Let me know down there in the comments section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.